Hi everybody, it's great to have you back. Well, I'd like to start this video by saying what a great day I had on Saturday doing my first demo at Axminster, the Axminster store in Warrington. It was absolutely amazing, and the people were so kind and helpful, and you know, they just left me to it, and I was really nervous driving there. Probably more so than, you know, obviously a sighted person, but I just said to myself, well, just treat it like, you know, your workshop back at home, and you know, you're amongst friends. I'd spoke to a lot of them anyway when I'd been there, listening to demos by Phil Irons and Tracy Owen and Andy Roundthwaite, who are master turners that do the demo circuit. So yeah, it went really well, and I didn't have anything, you know, bid for freedom on the lathe, and people were really inspired and amazed by what they'd seen, which was, you know, what we wanted, both, you know, the store manager Phil Lewis and myself, and I couldn't have wished for a better day. And thank you so much for everybody that kept in touch via social media, and they were watching the live videos that Nicola did. And you know, without Nicola and Tracy Owen helped, you know, offer moral support, and he cut a piece of timber down to size for me on the bandsaw, because it's obviously I wasn't familiar with that, and I didn't want to have an accident. And Owen Morris was there, who's a wood turner, and he was very helpful. So it was absolutely fantastic. So big thank you to Phil Lewis, his deputy manager Paul Otter, the sales team that were on that day were Shawnee, Dan and Phil. Thank you so much to all of you. You know, you made it such a great, memorable experience. And the good thing is that Phil has asked me back to do another 2 demos this year, which is amazing, and I feel so honoured. And yeah, they had a fantastic day, and they said they had a very busy day, so that was cool. Everyone's happy. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to do a keyring. The local village Tearoom, they stock a couple of my products, and with it being Valentine's Day shortly, they said a couple of nice keyrings could make nice little Valentine's gifts. So that's what I'll be doing today, a couple of simple keyrings. So I'll reposition the camera and we'll get started. Okay, at the bandsaw now. So I've set the distance from the fence to the blade using the tube, and these are 7mm tubes. These are great beginners projects, so anyone that's just got started in wood turning and like to do something relatively easy but, you know, still beautiful, you know, I'd highly recommend these. So what I'm going to do now is, I know that my fingers are very well clear of the blade there, and I feel completely safe, but everybody take your all your relevant precautions in your workshop. So I'm going to start that now, and then I'm just going to push that through and stop the blade. Do not ever be tempted to reach for material while that blade's going. So if memory serves me right, that was just a piece of Goncalo Alves, and then I've just got this piece of acrylic. I haven't got a clue what colour or pattern or whatever, but anywho, it is what it is. So because this is a longer piece now, it's not an offcut, I can have my hand well clear. And it's safe to go in there now. So I've got those 2 pieces cut, and it'll be a bit of drilling through on the lathe now. Okay, it's first piece is in the lathe, so let's get drilling. Just take your time, nice and slow. remembering to withdraw the drill bit to clear any swarf. So this is the first piece, which is acrylic, and the second one, Goncalo Alves. Same again. It's nice and slow. And it really is a very, very good way of holding your pen blanks on the lathe and drilling it this way. You know, you're pretty much guaranteed of things going through nice and central. Even if you hold them in a pen blank vise and you use your pillar drill, I've still had things wander, which can be a bit infuriating, so this really eliminates all that and pretty much guaranteed results. So this will be through shortly. Okay, so they're both drilled through. Ooh. They're both drilled through, so time to abrade the brass tubes now. So I've got a little piece of 120, so you just score the tubes up and then obviously we glue them into the blank. So that's only going to take a minute or two, and it's nothing hard. Just scuff them up so you get a good key with the glue and glue them in. So I'll do that. We'll be back in a second for the next step. Okay, I'm over here now at the belt and disc sander. So those two brass tubes are glued in now, and I've sprayed activator on them and given them a few minutes just to kick off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to square off the ends on here. Obviously don't forget your dust masks. So, and I can tell by the sound, and you might pick it up, but I can tell by the sound of when it's reached the brass on the inside. So be a bit noisy now. And you could tell by the sound there. There you go, you can tell by the sound again. Give it a pull up. Sound change. And again, sound change. So the sound change is very noticeable for me, so I can tell now that they're squared off, and I always periodically check with a small square that the mitre guide is at right angles to the disc. So that's excellent. So we're almost ready to start turning. Okay, so we're ready to turn now, and I haven't got a special bushing kit for keyrings, and generally what I do is I put the spacer that are provided with the mandrel, and I've learned from experience that if you turn one end of the blank pretty much down to the spacer, just a little bit proud for sanding and finishing, and the other one a bit more so, because one of the fittings on the, I think it's the bottom of the keyring, one of them fittings, like the little finial, it's a bit fatter, so I'll do this left side here, closest to the headstock, the smaller of the two. So I'm going to use my round carbide tool. So generally as fast as you can, just light cuts. If you're applying too much pressure, you can start melting the acrylic, and it can just leave all sorts of imperfections and you start chasing your own tail. So I'm going to start turning now, just get my bearings, and then so there we go. So just nice and gentle. Just start nibbling away. So I don't know what that equates to in RPM, but it's about three quarters of the way around the dial, so it's quite fast, probably a few thousand RPM there, so that feels like it's coming on nicely. I'll continue. Still nice and light cuts. And once you've knocked the corners off, you'll start getting the ribbons of acrylic coming off. So just move that tool rest in a little bit now. Just a little. Getting down there to where I need to be now. Obviously never be tempted to reach in while that's still spinning to clear this plastic swarf off. You will probably lose a finger or have it degloved, so where I need to be with the shape, and because it was such a thin blank, very small diameter, you haven't got much scope for creativity, otherwise you're just going to be at the tube inside. So it's quite a simple tube form. So I'm going to sand it up now, but I'm only going to sand it up to 220, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I do now to get quick and easy results. So be back in a minute. It's sanded up to 220 now, that's all. So what I've got here now is Yorkshire grit. You getting that? Yorkshire grit. So I've got some on a tissue here, so basically I'm going to polish this now with Yorkshire grit. Start off nice and slow. And just continue to work it in, getting increasingly faster. And And just the same as if it was a piece of wood, just keep working it in now. And it'll continually keep polishing this acrylic. Go faster now. Move to a clean piece. And again to a clean piece. And I'll have a feel of that now. That feels like it's coming on lovely. Can't feel any scoring or tool marks. So that's feeling really good to me. Just give it a little bit more. Better to be safe than sorry. Working it well in. Feels really good, so I'm just going to finish off now with a spot of burnishing. So I've got the burnishing cream here, just give it a good shake. And then start off slow, just to work it in. And we can crank the speed up. And get this polished. Do some more. Keep working it in, it'll buff up. And that should hopefully be polished. I'll just take you off the tripod and hopefully. Where are we here now? Can you see that? I mean, just get my bearing. Is a bubble? Hopefully you can see that it's worked really well and it feels so smooth. It feels like glass. So, and Nicholas says they always look good. So basically that's that done now, and I'm going to do the same with the wood. I'll turn the wood and then we'll assemble them, so it won't take me much longer now. Well, here we are folks, the two finished keyrings. So this is the Don Carlo Alves. Now because it had a thicker diameter, I was able to put more of a form on it, and it's just a simple sort of like torpedo shape, but it feels lovely in the hand. And then I hope you're getting the... Oh, I've just hit that button. Is that all right? I hope you're getting that. And if it's shoddy camera work, I'm really sorry, but that's the acrylic there. So hopefully you're getting the shine on the acrylic. So that was just sanded to 220, then Yorkshire gritted. So you get really good results, and it's a huge time saver. So one thing that I would probably suggest is, if you were doing a solid black acrylic, I probably still would go through all the wet pads up to 12 or 15,000, because black, you know, it shows every imperfection. So I would probably still go old school with black, solid black, and you know, go to the nth degree. But with everything else, you know, Nicola's always said the finish and the quality is really good. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much. 2 simple, enjoyable projects, and great gifts, obviously, for Valentine's Day, and you know, it won't be long till Mother's Day and Father's Day. So yeah, you can get a couple of these made on your lathe, and great beginners projects as well, like I said before. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been absolutely fantastic. Oh, I don't know if you know, I haven't mentioned it, but let me just, I'm going to point. Are you getting that? Yeah, I've had some better lighting put in the workshop, so hopefully that's apparent now when they're... Yeah, are you getting that? So things should be a bit brighter for you guys. So anyway, thank you so much for coming today. It's been a blast as always, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye everybody. Bye.